Hello, and welcome to this short little video of something I've kind of discussed before, but I want to give it just this one short video in case anybody's wondering, and that is the the differences between Fortnite and PUBG. Being there's a lot of talk around it, and like how the blue hosts like they stole our idea and shit, and whatever, and just being fucking idiots really of how they're talking about it all. But that's besides the point right now, in which I'm going to inform you of the differences, starting off with PUBG has and Fortnite doesn't, which could change in time. We'll have to wait and see. Right now it's October the 4th, 2017. They just finally released duos and supply drops, and they're doing a little bit of a weapons spread balance kind of thing from what I saw over the patch notes and everything. I just glossed real quick over it. Haven't really played it yet, but they also have squads and solo. But here are the differences between Fortnite and PUBG. Starting off with what PUBG has and Fortnite doesn't. Number one, vehicles. Now, both of them do, but PUBG though has vehicles that are not, but some that are drivable, whereas in Fortnite, the vehicles in there are undrivable. So, if the only way to get around in Fortnite is to run. That's all you can do is run. In PUBG, you can drive, and the next aspects of what the difference is also too, which kind of comes from this, is the size of the map. PUBG's map size is quite big, and they put in vehicles, to allow movement a lot quicker to get to the circle that you need to be in before the whole gas or whatever they call it there kills you. And here in Fortnite, the map's smaller because the only way to travel around is to run. It's your feet. You're gonna have the feet. Another one, number 3, backpacks. Now, I've stated that I hope they do add it into PUBG, as they probably add in more weapon variants and other stuff. Who knows? Other things. They add in backpack right now. You don't have a backpack. You can only hold up to 5 type of stuff of like consumables of being bandages, med packs, or the something that we'll also get into of the shield potions, as well as any weapons of any kind. There is some other stuff that you can hold in your inventory, which is another thing to talk about. That's in the stuff that Fortnite has that PUBG doesn't, but we're seeing right now with the PUBG stuff, and that is they don't have backpacks, but that may come to change later on. Like I said, right now it's October the 4th of 2017. I'm talking real fast, I'm sorry. And, it's barely been out free to play for like a week now, so it is, could be subject to change of that. We'll have to wait and see. Another thing that Fortnite has that PUBG has that Fortnite doesn't, that is possible to change as well, but I doubt it because they didn't even have this in the base game yet, but like I said, it could change. Excuse me. And that is going prone. You can stand up, you can go crouch, but you can't go prone in Fortnite as you can in PUBG. So yeah, if you're thinking you can try to lay down and be a little slithery snake in the grass in Fortnite, you can't. You can only go down crouch-wise. Can't go prone. Can't lay flat down. Sorry. If you're hoping to, do some slithering to try and secure a victory in Fortnite. Not gonna happen that way. At least not now. The thing that PUBG has that Fortnite doesn't, let's think, weapon customization kind of thing. Something else that just makes me think, hearing another weapon customization, like scopes, magazines, stuff, just anything in that stuff in general, things you can switch out between different assault rifles, SMGs, like the such. Unfortunately, Fortnite doesn't. If you have a scope on a weapon, it's that weapon only. It's perma on that weapon. You cannot exchange that scope out to any other weapon. That's it. You're stuck with a scope or no scope, and that's the only really differences there are in this game. There are no snipers without a scope. There's only a semi and a bolt action right now, and they both have scopes, whereas there's also, assault rifles, most of them don't have scope except for one right now that does, with a nice kind of good ACOG kind of scope. But for now, the weapon attachments are non-interchangeable or added. Who knows, they might subject to change as well, but yeah, the attachments are non-interchangeable if there are any, mainly just being the scope right now. There's really, even in the base game right now, there hasn't been anything outside of a scope aspects to a weapon. There's like no handle, you know, like a quick draw or a stability one. No butt that is interchangeable, for again as quick draw or stability. And leading on to the next part, as I was saying about some earlier of stuff that Fortnite kind of has, but it's PUBG really has, and that is armor. Fortnite has this potion that you can drink, and it adds kind of like a armor-esque to your thing, but the thing is, anywhere you get shot, it takes damage to the whole aspects of your armor. So you got a bar above your health bar, and when you drink it, it fills up. You can fill up to 100, and each potion fills up 50. But the thing is, unlike PUBG, whereas you have interchangeable aspects of armor, you have different level abilities, like a level 4 or 5, I guess, whatever you want to call it, like a helmet or a chest piece, I'm not even sure if there's like any leg pieces. I don't think there are any leg pieces for armor outside of pants, I could be wrong, but I think from what I've seen is, there's only like the helmet and the chest piece, and that's it. But those things take damage differently. If you're getting shot in the chest, it only damages the armor on your chest, whereas the helmet would take only damage to the helmet, Whereas though if you get shot in the head or in the chest, it affects the armor. Granted, there are different damage outputs of the overall armor, but still, it's like the whole thing is taking damage overall. It isn't degrading one part or the other. It's the overall aspects. What else could PUBG have that Fortnite doesn't? Trying to think. Well, one thing they kind of have that Fortnite doesn't is a Molotov or any type of incendiary grenade. I think they only have Molotov. They don't have like an actual incendiary grenade, which is a possibility. Just a regular looking grenade that just doesn't do any damage. I think they're just gonna keep it a Molotov. But yeah, we don't have any Molotovs in Fortnite. They only have just an explosive grenade. They don't even have a smoke. Yeah, they don't have anything outside just a regular explosive, regular frag grenade kind of thing. There's no smoke, no Molotov. They don't have that in Fortnite. So if you're trying to code cover there, where they have it though here in Fortnite, I think that's about it. That PUBG has that Fortnite doesn't. I'm trying to see if if there's anything else. I guess the weapons themselves, the PUBG ones are specific to their game, as well as the Fortnite ones are specific to theirs. That way they have it assigned. Like most of the guns that are in Fortnite's base game that you have to buy is in the player versus player aspects. So yeah, that's the only other thing I can think of is like they both have the same type of weapons, assault, sniper, SMG, shotgun, that kind of stuff. Though with the new additive of supply drop, they kind of have this like laser gun. I think is the only place to get it is in a supply drop, because since they said they added in with squads when it was free to play for everybody, but I never saw it, so I'm thinking they were waiting to add in with the supply drops which just came out. So it might be supply drops only is what I'm guessing, if it's even in there yet. We'll have to wait and see. But moving on, I think that's all stuff that PUBG has that Fortnite doesn't. Now what Fortnite has that PUBG doesn't, for one, pretty much anything that you see is destructible. You can create your own cover. That's the one thing that at least also PUBG doesn't have, is you can create your own cover. And you can destroy everything. And with this thing you have a pickaxe. This thing you have, which is a pickaxe, you can deconstruct or mine, I guess would be the word, mine trees, pretty much anything. You can mine anything, and there's 3 different types of resources you get from all the stuff that you mine, of wood, brick, and steel. And with those things you can create different aspects of what you can build, like a fort or just straight cover, because you can build walls, you can build floors or slash ceilings, you can build what would be essentially a roof, which is less than just a floor wall, or a floor ceiling, more of like a diamond, I guess, or a triangle, or that shape. Whatever, But you can also build staircases, So you can build and destroy pretty much anything in the world outside of the ground and some shrubbery. But yeah, pretty much any cover is destructible, not just from mining it, but also from bullets and explosions. So if you have an RPG grenade launcher and you see somebody that's built a fort, grenade that motherfucker, blow it the fuck up and take it down. Yeah. So yeah, you can build and you construct a lot in Fortnite. I guess that's kind of the main thing that it has that's over PUBG. What else would they have? Like I said, they have laser guns, so there's so either that's just been added in or will be added in soon. You can actually fire some lasers, get somebody saying, "I'm firing lasers," or some shit like that. That was horrible. Whatever that was, of an accent. Or just a character, I don't know, whatever. What else does it have? Trying to think. Because it, granted, just pretty much straight up released. It was like in like beta/alpha kind of thing. I think it was more an alpha for the people who bought the base game for about 2-3 weeks. I played a little bit of it, and then it went like free to play, which I say that was alpha, even though it's called a beta and that's open live now for everybody, which I feel is more of the beta, because like when it went live, there was a bunch of issues, but that could just be aspects of any game. So outside of the whole, what else? Traps. There's traps. Yeah, there's traps, but how do you ever see used? I mean, I actually once got a kill with it, but that was the floor trap, which is like the only trap that really does anything that can really fuck over somebody. There is a wall trap that can do that too, because the wall trap is electrical, but it's silent. But there's the ceiling trap they also have in here that's electrical, but it's so noticeable. If there's different traps in the base game, if they were gonna put one that's in the PvP, I think they should have put the gas one, because at least it's silent as well. Granted, like I think they want to make it somewhat noticeable so you can like not too easily get killed by it. Kind of like just also the wall trap and the floor trap. These are kind of noticeable things unless you just. It's. I'm trying to think. Because I can understand like you don't want to just get caught off guard by a trap and just killed by just like randoms. Like people hate like getting killed by complete random bullshit in other games like Battlefield. That's what I was thinking. Battlefield with all the grenade spamming and whatnot, have like mortars and grenade launchers and whatnot, just the grenades themselves. The only grenade launcher there would be in the newest one would be the crossbow, or I guess also the it would be the grenade launcher off of one of the like medic classes, I guess. But yeah, nobody likes to die from random shit. But like I said, I understand them wanting to make it noticeable. I think the best make it noticeable is like have that like you see a bit of a gas cloud come down to an area that's at least low enough for you to see it through a door somewhat. I don't know. But yeah, there are traps in there. But like I said, rarely do you see them even use them, let alone get killed from them. Like I said, I once got a kill from a floor trap and I just got lucky there. I still have that footage on my computer here. I need to edit that up and load it up. So we're going to probably do some more recording or possibly streaming here, because I did a stream on Twitch since I found out that you can actually stream on Twitch on Xbox, which I need to make another video here. I'll put a link in the description below of that video, which it's easy, it's simple. I just want to make a quick video about that, so it's not combined with something else that's unnecessary. What else would Fortnite have that PUBG doesn't? Well, I guess there's like what they have is their loot chest, which I don't think there's like any loot chest in PUBG outside of the supply drop. But that's the supply drop. Like the weapons you get are what you find around the ground and everything. It's pretty much everything. You don't like open up something that's not the loot box or the loot crate. But yeah, you have these chests that you can hear the audio of it. It's like if you were to hear any audio of like the electrical trap, you don't know what that is, but you hear this audio like this kind of thing. I can't do it. I'm tone deaf. I'm sorry. But yeah, like there's a certain audio. There's a chest near you. And there are some times where like they need to. There was like at one point I did go into a building that sounded like there was a chest there, but there was no chest anywhere around. You could just tell there was no chest anywhere. I looked and looked. It was an audio glitch, but yeah, if you hear that like that kind of chest, but it's like a. Again, I'm tone deaf, so I couldn't really describe that noise outside of that. But you hear that there's a chest, which usually has some good loot in it. Or at least have a weapon in it. Possibly meds, and also possibly the shielding. That's where you usually find that stuff. Sometimes you find shields out, the little potion shield out in the wild, but most times you usually only find it in a chest. Like, most of the stuff, the difference is what PUBG has that Fortnite doesn't. Trying to think of anything else that Fortnite has that PUBG doesn't. Now, I'm not sure if you since the dudes went up, it seems you can't turn off the autofill right now. They might change that, but with the squads, I'm not sure if you can do this in PUBG, but in Fortnite, you can go into a squad and choose no fill, which means you pretty much solo in a squad's game, which I'm trying to get victories. I've gotten twice now in squads to second place, where I could have had the victory, but I threw it away. But yeah, you can solo in squads in Fortnite, but I'm not sure if you can or cannot PUBG. You may not. That's why because I have, like I said, I have a 10-year-old on my computer. I say this in so many of my videos, so I really can't play any really good games. That's why I mainly play on Xbox. I like Xbox. I love the feel of the controller. I love the aspects of how you you can communicate with friends. It's a lot easier, I find, than what would be a PS4 and all that them, because they're communication way, everything you have to do Bluetooth. Here you have they give you like a record headset. I'm getting off track here, I'm sorry. I'm still trying to think, what would PUBG, and I said a short video, it's so far 16 minutes long. Damn. Just trying to think the differences between them. I think that's about it, really. I guess there's one other thing. In PUBG, you can actually, there are water areas which you can go swimming in the water. Whereas here in PUBG, the highest you go is probably chest high, say about chest high or something like not here, but it's it'll slow you down though. If you're in at least waist to chest high deep water in Fortnite, it'll slow you down, but you can't go anything lower than that, because from the base game it feels like, also what I guess they put here in Fortnite is that you dive going in aspects of water. The only areas of water which there are in land which you can get into are always at least chest to waist high areas. So I guess there's another difference that Fortnite has that PUBG has that Fortnite doesn't, is that you can swim in Fortnite underwater, whereas here you can't. Then don't have the mechanics in there for some reason. Who knows? Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Who knows? What else? That's all I can think of right now, really. That's about it, I think. Yeah. There might be a bit more, but that's about the majority of it all. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope you were informed as best as you can be about it all. And I hope you were entertained. And I hope you have a rockin' suckin' day.